This is the basic form that you get as soon as you start a new form in Microsoft Forms. The first thing to do is to give the form a title. We click here where it says Untitled Form, and you'll see that you can then give the form a name, a description, and insert an image if you wish. I'm going to put in the title of Employee Wellness Questionnaire, and then in the description I'm just going to put a brief set of instructions. I would say in this wording, you can set this form to be internal, an external form. If it's internal, you can choose to collect people's names or not. And I will show you at the end how you turn off the default behaviour so that it doesn't collect names. Right, so now to add the first question. And the first question I'm going to add is actually a name, so the person can choose if they want to be anonymous or not. So if we start off by choosing a text field, and we call it name, and you'll see as soon as we put a question in, we've got options for question. You've got options if it's a long answer, so if it's a block of text, or if it is a required field. Now obviously we've said name is not required, so I'll leave this blank. I'm then going to move on and create the first section. So sections are how we actually group the questionnaire together. Give it a bit of structure, make it easier for people to understand. So I'm going to choose a new section. I'm going to call this section Mental Health and Wellbeing. I should say all of these questions have come from GFHR. Right, and then we're going to add the first question. So we click on Add New. And this question, the first one here, is how would you rate your mental well-being right now? So I'm going to choose a rating. I'm going to put the question in. I don't feel stars are appropriate, so I'm going to change it to a number. And in this little menu down the bottom here, I can click, and I'm going to say that I want labels. And I'm going to put the label as not good for 1 and great for 5. Just gives the user a bit of understanding about how this works. And I'm going to mark this as a required field. I then can move on to the next question. And this one is going to be a choice, giving multiple answers from strongly agree to strongly disagree. So I'm going to choose choice. Let's copy in the question wording. And then we can put in our options. And the good thing is I can then add more options, and you'll see that it starts to suggest possible answers to make it easier. And neutral, add option disagree, add option strongly disagree, and I'm also going to add an option of not applicable. You'll see at the bottom we have the option to have multiple answers, which I'm going to leave turned off because people just need to select one, and also if this field is required. You'll see there's options for shuffling the options so they'll be in random orders, or that you could start adding branching, which is where an answer from one question would determine what other questions show up. I'm leaving all of that blank for now. I'm going to move on to the next question. Now the next question uses the same choices. So rather than entering them all again, I'm going to click back into the previous question and choose to copy the question. I now have question 4, which is the same one, same options. And I'm going to bring in the new wording, which is I feel safe at work. I don't have to do anything else. I can then just move on and choose to copy again. And I can copy the next question, which is working from home is the right decision for me at the moment. I can keep going like this and extend all of the questions and create new sections as needed. Once you have actually finished all of these questions, you can then go to Theme and choose how you want the questionnaire to be displayed. And there are multiple options to choose from. I'll pick this one here, for example. And I can also click on Preview to see how it actually looks. So I do John, next, and I get the questions. Before you share with anybody, you have to change a couple of the settings if you want the form to be anonymous. So in Settings, you have the option here to where this can be sent. So I want this for people in my organisation, but I don't want to record their name because I do want them to be able to keep this anonymous if they wish. You'll see there's other options here. So I can have start and end dates, show a progress bar so people know how far they've got, and if I want to, I can create a custom thank you message. When you've made these changes, you can then go to Share. This is where you can choose how you share it with people. Because it's a web page, all you need to do is provide people with this link here, and you can choose Copy. You can choose here again to change it to external people if you wish. But in most cases, for inside the organisation with default, you just need to hit Copy and then send this link to people. You'll see there's options here to share as a template. That means that anybody opening this link will get a copy of the questionnaire that then they can edit and send out themselves. We'll use this in the end of the article to give you all the questions. Or if you've got other people inside your team who you want to be able to look at the results or help manage the questionnaire, then you can choose to collaborate with them, and this will generate a link that you can send to those people. When you start getting responses back, all the responses will appear in the Responses tab. The system will give you pretty graphs and summaries of some of the information. And if you want to see individual results, you'll be able to, and you'll be able to download all the results in an Excel format that you can then analyze yourself.